Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another short track series race
All
for
clear
you.
on pit
We
exit. You
are
can
in
push
the
now. We've
Super Late
got
Model
2
Fixed Series
laps.
here
Let's
at
get
New
this done.
Smyrna Speedway. Going out for qualifying. Expect to get thoroughly killed in this race, just like I do in most Super Late Model races. Qualifying just to try to get ahead of some of the cars that aren't going to qualify, see if we can start a little bit further ahead. Feel like I'm probably 2/10 off the pace or so based on how practice went. Still learning the car for this combination, still getting a little bit better at it, but hoping that I can try to find something and that I can just make it work and avoid any wrecks that happen. That's going to be the only way that I can move up. Split once, so we're in the top split, so you're going to have some really fast guys that I'm sure are just going to absolutely blow me out of the water. Kind of decided to make this car a personal goal of myself for the season to try to learn how to drive this better. And I know I may not always be the absolute fastest driver out there with it, but if I can get somewhere where I'm competitive, contending for top fives just based on speed rather than avoiding every single wreck, or being able to um, hang with the guys that are in the front, um, and consistently hit top fives or qualify in the top five, whatever. That's kind of I don't know. Even if I may never run this car again, or some of the stuff may not translate, it's just something that's always frustrating me that I can never get the hang of to even be remotely close to being competitive. And I really want to try to learn how to do it. So you'll see me run. I'm going to focus on ARCA for sure. Probably C-Class fixed trucks as well will be, two stock car NASCAR series that I'll be running. Gonna try to focus on learning this car. It's gonna be a work in progress. Hopefully, I'll be able to show you guys some progress as the season goes along, and some speed improvements as well as racing improvements. And probably gonna get back to some short track racing as well. If you haven't checked out the SK Modified Open Series race that I did, that's a decent one to watch as well. I'm probably gonna do a mixture of that and the late model. Probably gonna be focusing on a lot of late model open just to keep working on setup theory for full fendered stock cars. Um, Gives me a good amount of options to work with while not throwing in quite as many as if I were to even to do the super late model or the truck or whatnot. It's kind of a stepping stone, over the next few seasons to kind of work
That's
my
the end of
way
the
up
session.
through and really try
P12.
to learn all the theory of the cars and driving and everything like that. So hopefully, we start at 12th. Pretty slow, about 3/10 off, which is where I expected to be based on the qualifying laps. Just never could figure out how to get around. I'm hoping maybe race pace will slow down a little bit and we'll be able to find ourselves somewhere in the top 10, maybe top 8 or so on speed. And if we can avoid any wrecks and avoid any damage, maybe we can try to squeak our way into a top 6 or 7. Um, that would be good. I'll pull up session best lap for that. We, again, are car number 14 out of 18, so reasonably, top 10 might get a break even depending on who finishes where. And if we can get inside that, 6, 7, 8 range, maybe stand to gain a little bit of I rating. So just gonna do the best that we can. Starting on the outside will definitely be a bit tough, although this track doesn't seem to be quite as bad on the outside as some of them, but it's still definitely gonna be tough. So may end up giving up a few spots off the start just to try to find the right gap to get down. Although haven't looked at any of these races yet to see how caution filled they've been. 60 laps, hopefully it's not many cautions. Um, tried to do the best I could at driving a line
60
that was going to
laps.
be fast without, burning up the right front. Um, for me, actually, well, I mean, it depends on how I brake. If I brake how I used to feel like I drove the super late model back when I first started, and it was slammed in on the right front, leaning over really hard, and then just
Follow
jamming on the
brown
gas
in the
and
outside lane.
killing the right rear. So hopefully, I can just kind of smooth entry in, get stopped in time, let the car really roll. I'm trying to do a much better job at waiting to pick up the throttle at all to let the car roll through the corners, pick up a little bit and then kind of ease onto it coming out of the corners. So hopefully, if anything, we, wear the tires evenly, maybe a little bit extra on the right front, but hopefully not too much of a split. I'll take a look at that when the race is done. But, just keeping it clean. Hopefully nobody behind us gets into us if there's a big difference in speed. and you know, hopefully I can try to improve. If we can finish where we start, we at least beat what iRacing expects me to do, which I'll be happy with that. If I can somehow, you know, avoid trouble that's out there, it's not of my doing, and try to find a little bit of pace. Maybe we can squeak out that top half finish, which I would be thrilled with. Gonna get ready to go green here. Watch for the 2-car to go. Probably should have started in 2nd gear instead of 4th, but not the end of the world. Didn't get the worst start, so just gonna hang on the outside as we're getting a decent run. Gonna try to clear the 6. Got the 7 to our inside as well, so we cleared the 6, but we got the 7 to the inside. He's gonna start, or excuse me, the 10 start inside. 7's up in front. Sorry about that. So 6 is gonna fall in behind him, so we're kind of still stuck on the outside right now. Looks like the 9 and the 5 are both on the outside as well. Almost get a little loose off of turn 2, had to save it. And we've got a wreck up front. Gonna watch for the 17. There's the caution, able to avoid him. So not sure how much damage he'll have, but at least that's the first one we can avoid. And any cars we can avoid, if they've got some significant damage and they're going to lose pace, or if they're going to have to sit on pit road at all, then that's obviously helpful for us. So should sort us out in 9th, as long as nobody else in front goes in, which means we should be able to start on the inside. I feel like we might have honestly had a little bit more pace than the 6. It was kind of focused on the 10 on the inside, as well as watching the 9 and the 5 out front. So yeah, we'll see where we are, but fortunately only got 2 laps in before we got our first caution. Hopefully it's not going to be that caution filled, because this will be an incredibly boring race for you guys and from my perspective, although riding around here is at least less of a chance of us getting hit. Not saying that it can't happen, but it's a little less chance, although when people just start checking up like that, it can happen. Not sure if the 6 or anybody that's a higher I-rated driver, low number car is going to start to get impatient after a while if they're trying to get by us, or if they'll be respectful and clean with us. It's short track racing, you always got to expect some form of bumping, but you know, some guys, they feel like they're getting held up by a higher car number, or if they feel like they should be faster than somebody, they'll just put the bumper to them and dump them as quickly as they can. So hopefully we don't run into that, since we've got, you know, a couple cars that are lower number than us behind us. But just gonna do the best that we can. Try to take advantage of restarting on the inside row. See how the 9 does now that the 9's on the bottom. Looks like the 5's also going to be on the bottom, so we'll see how both of us are able to do, what it's going to look like. Going to be a little bit harder to judge the restart. Going to restart this time in 2nd gear instead of 3rd gear. Now that we got a few more cars behind me. Let's get in. Got to try to keep it clean. Try to keep the car going in the right direction. Not jump on the gas too much out of the corners and not spin it out. Hug to the inside. 9 kind of has to check up as he washes up a little bit. Got the 18 to our outside. 10 looks like he might have made some contact with the 9. Kind of dove it in there and ran into him. We're going to try to clear him. Oh, wow, some contact between the 10. Not sure if he came down on us or not. Unfortunately, it signs us a 2x out of that, but don't think it really caused any damage, and we're able to keep the car going straight. So got the 6 still following behind us. He's looking racy. He's going to get to our inside. Sure, he's going to dive in, so I'm just going to hold up a lane and avoid getting taken out by him, which I think I might have come off the wall a little bit into him, but he was definitely tight on us, so he's blinking a little bit, not sure what's going on. We've got the 10 to our inside now, so we're kind of getting freight trained. Hopefully we can just get going and avoid the 4. So we should still be in 9th. Swapped 1 spot with the 10 for the 6 getting by us.
Pace car is out. Line up single file behind car number 6.
Yeah, not sure. I think, or excuse me, now we're up to 8th because of the 4 that we were able to get by. think I might have maybe gotten on the throttle a little too hard there and it kicked off the wall and shot me a little left while I tried to chase it into the 6. Maybe that's what got that.
Pits are open.
I don't know. I'll have to take a look at that one. If that was the 6 coming up into us or if that was more on me. I mean, it kind of feels like it was more on me. I just got to make sure I'm a little bit easier on the throttle coming out of the corner if I got somebody to my inside. Not sure what happened with the 10 there, honestly. So, gotta watch the incident points for the 6X now. Hopefully try to avoid any for the rest of the race so that we don't even come close to the black flag for incident points. But I don't think we really got too much in the way of any front end damage or anything to steering or suspension. So hopefully car shouldn't be off pace wise. I feel like we've been in traffic the whole time, so we haven't really gotten to run as fast as I feel like I could, but just kind of slowly moving up.
Pace car is out.
Got a few more laps in that run at least, but you know, still, it's going to be a pretty bad race if it's this many cautions, so we'll be restarting on the outside. Got a feeling the 10's going to be throwing it in pretty hard. Haven't really seen the 18 too much to see what kind of pace they have in relation to us, so we'll see if we can hang with them. 9's going to be right in front of us. 5 looks like he will be on the inside row, where he restarted the last restart in 5th.
Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Moved up one position. If we could stay here and finish here, I'd be happy with that, but obviously would love to see if we can pick up anything else, and if we can keep avoiding the wrecks like we have so far. I guess it's possible. Maybe we could pick up a couple more, even if it's not based on just pure speed. Definitely going to be a tough restart on the outside with both the 6 and the 10 to our inside. They've been pretty aggressive, although at least having the 6 in front of us now should help us avoid. Missed timing of the shift there. Got the 10 kind of running up half a lane from 6. Or excuse me, that's the 6. Their 10's behind us. Just going to hang to the outside for right now. 18 looks like he might be driving it in. 6 might have gotten the 5, it looks like. 5 looks like he might be a little bit slower. 9 looks like he almost got the wall off of 4 down the front stretch. Try to make sure I don't come off into the 6 at all. Not sure if we'll be able to find a lane in at all with the 10 looking to the inside. Whoa! 10 washes up, gets into the 6, washes up into us. Just had to let the 10 go, so able to get back in line. He pushes up, so I'm going to try to take the inside line now from him. Looks like some contact between the 8 and someone else on the front stretch. Just going to hold the inside line for now. Got to be wary of the 10 on the outside. He's able to get a good run down the front stretch, but not, or the back stretch, not quite able to clear us though, getting into 3. I think he definitely has the pace. He's figuring out how to drive it in a lot deeper than I am. Got a caution out now. Must have happened behind us. Didn't see it. So should line us up 9th. Lost 1 spot there off of the last restart. However, given the contact that was between the 10 and the 6 and what the 6 was doing to the 5, for me to be in 9th, I'm pretty happy with that. 18 seemed to be fairly respectful. 11 looked like he might have had some pace. He was riding behind us. Come across the line to complete lap 20, so we'll be a third of the way through, and unfortunately quite a few cautions. So I guess on one side it's Moral House with a 0x, so try to mitigate the 6x that we got so far. Yeah, 6 is maybe 6 has the pace, but 6 is definitely driving it aggressive. At least to me it looks like it. Didn't really get to see the 8 at all. 10's driving it in pretty deep, so if we keep getting these short runs, that probably won't be too much of an issue for his tires. Although if we do happen to get in a long run, unless he knows something that I don't, which is very, very, very likely considering we know how bad I am at this, that right front's going to start taking a beating, and later on in the run he'll start getting a lot tighter and not be able to get off the corners as well. So, just gonna keep doing my thing. I don't feel like I'm really abusing the tires all that much from what I would normally be doing. Again, we've just been in traffic the whole time, so haven't really gotten to drive to what I feel like is even my lap time potential. I know we're quite a bit off the leaders, but at least kind of hanging mid-pack. I feel like I am probably comfortably somewhere between an 8th and a 12th place car, which, you know, right around the middle pack makes me pretty happy. So have to watch how this restart's going to go. 10 and the 6 are going to be lined up on the outside in front of us. Not sure if they're going to be pushing hard to cut down in, if they're going to be pushing anybody in front, if they're going to, you know, be tapping on some bumpers and sending guys around. Just going to have to do the best I can to keep an eye out for that, try to foresee anything happening so I can probably have to check up and if they're on the outside line and they're hitting somebody in the right rear, you know, or left rear sending them down, it's going to be jumping on the brakes to check up as well as trying to get high to avoid the car coming down the track. So I have to do the best I can. I know 5's been pretty quick, but seem to be fairly respectful. So we'll see him on the inside, a couple rows ahead. Same thing with the 9. It's really right now the 10 and the 6 are the 2 I'm worried about on the outside. Don't really know much about the 11. Haven't seen much out of him, or the 17. So I know the 18 is decently respectful. So we'll just see what we can do. Pace car's getting ready to pull off. Leader's going to be pulling off. Leader kind of checks up the field. 5 might have missed a shift, and we get big wreck down the front stretch. I tried to do the best I could to avoid getting in that one, but unfortunately that didn't work out very well. It was just big stack up after the restart, so seems like a lot of cars got damaged. We ended up way in the back, so probably going to pull away from pace car and then come in and just take whatever repairs that I can. Uncheck fuel. We're already in the back, so no reason not to see how bad the car is damaged. I don't think it should be too bad. Unfortunately, we got another 4X out of it, but don't really feel like there was much else I could do there. I don't know. I just probably should not have stuck my nose in the middle there, but everybody was going every which way, so I just wanted to avoid cars as best as I could. That seemed like a pretty terrible restart with everybody just looks like the leader might have played a game and went and then brake checked, and that just accordioned everybody else, and you had guys spinning tires. 5 looks like he might have missed everything. Not sure why the 10's not moving. Super frustrating that he's not going. Get a few seconds of repairs in at least. Yeah, that was just not a good restart at all. Just try to get a quick set of repairs in.
Pit lane speed limit is miles
Being
per
2
hour.
to go.
3, 2. Box now.
Only 20 seconds. Not sure if we're going to be able to get all of them. We should be able to at least get part of it. And then we'll just hope that we can catch back up to the field as soon as they get the one to go. Almost got all of the repairs, so thankfully not too bad damage-wise overall. Gonna be restarting. We are back in 18th, it looks like. So very last car on the track. Pretty far back with the repairs. Actually, it's not been too bad.
Green flag, we're racing.
Looks like there was some smoke ahead. 15 looks like he's got some damage, might be slow. Just gonna see if I can follow the 10 back up through. I'm gonna try to keep it as clean as I can since we've got that 10X. Time to get some clean laps in, some contact up there. 12 gets sent sideways, he's able to save it. 10 kind of cuts down on us, thankfully it didn't assign us some points out of that. Just gonna see where we sort out. 30 down, 30 to go. Hopefully we can get some green flag runs in now. We can try to work our way. Although, I guess on one side, if I want to try to get my way back up, I'm going to need wrecks to happen. I think we've got more pace than the 10. We've got some smoke up. 11 looks like he had a problem. I think it's just figure out how to get a good run off the corner. I don't know what happened with the 10 there. Initially didn't sign us blame, and then when the 10 spun out, we get 2x out of it, so we'll have to go back and watch the replay there. Up to 15th now. Probably had pace to get to a couple of guys up here.
Pits are open.
Might honestly get caught up to the field, get caught up to the pace car, and then come in and take the rest of the repairs. Looks like the 12 is going to be doing... Oh, I thought the 12 was going to pit road. 12 is not going to pit road. I'm not sure what happened with the 10 there. I think we were on the inside, and the 10 honestly kind of seemed like the 10 might have come down on us, but not 100% sure. So, yeah, this is not turning out a great race for safety rating at all. Not very good at all. Just gonna have to try to see what I can do to run clean the rest of the way. Cannot have very much more contact at all, as well as got to try to just get by everybody as cleanly as possible. Just got a couple seconds to repair. Figure I might as well just take them now. It's only a couple spots that we're giving up by taking those. I think should be able to have the pace to get that back. Be restarting behind the 10 again. Back in 18th. Everybody is on the lead lap.
Cars in this lap.
Gonna be restarting on the outside this time, but honestly, it's not too much of a difference. I feel like we definitely have the pace to be faster than the 15. Honestly, I think we're faster than the 13, probably the 12. I got a feeling we're faster than 10. I think he's just getting us on the entry and driving us. Somehow he's figuring out how to make the outside work even better. Keeps getting the run off of the corners really well. 15's kind of laying back. Just getting up through the gears. I'll watch for the 10 to the inside. 15's going to be slow on the outside, so just got to try to figure out what's the best way to get around him. If it's going to be following behind the 10, it looks like that is going to be the best way, so I'm just going to go to the inside line, try to get by the 15 on the inside. See if I can clear him here down the front stretch in the 1. Big contact between the 13 and the 11. Able to avoid that, which is good for both damage and the incident points. So many cautions. These guys cannot not keep it going direct. It's fixed setup. It's going to be close quarters. It's short track racing. It's going to be close quarters. But guys just are not staying off of each other, getting in the corner. It seems to be where the biggest issue is. Hopefully we can get the 2 to go sooner than the later, since it really wasn't too much of a wreck, other than the 11 spinning around. With it happening in the back of the pack, it's not like it clogged up the entire track and involved a bunch of cars, which makes it easier for us to avoid, although if I want cars to be damaged to be able to get by, that's obviously worse for us. So almost 2/3 of the way through. Not going to leave us with many laps to be able to make passes to try to get back to where we were, so it will definitely be tough. Just going to try to make the most of it that I can. At least pick up a couple spots, see if I can get to our car number, or, you know, at this point, being 16th right now, if I'm able to get back to where I started in 12th at the beginning of the race, I will, I'll be happy with that. I think, honestly, we probably have the pace to get by the 13. It's just trying to follow them through. I think if I can pull away from the 15 and 11 on the restart, try to tuck in behind the 10, follow the 10 up through, that we should be able to get by the, I should be able to get by the 13. It's possible too, depending on the 12 is able to get down, could get by the 12. I'm not sure how the 16 is going to stack up in front of the 10. The 10 will be faster than the 16 and be impatient, or what, so just have to keep an eye out. as much as I can see and try to avoid whatever does come, which I'm sure there's going to be one relatively soon. I doubt we'll be able to get more than 4 laps in with how this race is going.
At the end of this lap.
Got 1 to go this time, so we'll be restarting on 43. We'll have 18 to go. Be nice if we could just finish all 18 green so that I could try to get by whoever I can and maybe sort out a little bit better. It's not going to be a long enough run to really affect tire wear drastically, but see what we can do. Levin's kind of blasting his way up, so we're going to watch that. Have to watch for the leaders to go, as well as a brake check with how much everybody's laying back, but it gets off clean. Got the 10 to our inside, just going to stay here on the outside line.
Still there.
Levin's too tight for me to be able to try to just fall in behind the 10 on the inside line, so I'm just going to have to do the best that I can. Not going to throw it 3 wide, that's not a very smart idea. Gotta watch with the 13 now being in front of the 10 that contact might happen. All the 13's pulling away from the 10.
Hold your line.
Just gonna hang to the outside right now since seem to be kind of holding my own, although it's probably not too hard to be faster than the 10 with how much damage he's got. Oh, he dives it in again. There's a wreck. Able to avoid it somehow. We've got cars everywhere.
Race cars out.
Whew.
Single file behind.
Gotta let the 18 by, but wow, so many close moments there. Had the 10 just drive it in hard. I think he's still doing the same thing. He's just driving it as hard as he can, and almost didn't wash up in time. And then we had that wreck that I was trying to get on the brakes to slow it down and avoid any contact. Thankfully, was able to. Got 1 car that disconnected, so no matter what, I should at least be able to not finish dead last. iRacing is still trying to sort out what the exact order is, so I think probably should be 14th or 15th. Hopefully, well, I don't know where we are. I don't know what the 3's doing. 3's gone. Everybody's everywhere. I don't really know what's happening right now. Wish I could tell you what was happening, but everybody's every which way. Looks like the 10 might have had some damage. I think he's in the pit road.
We're under caution. Pits are closed.
For 13th. Alright. Thankfully, we'll be restarting on the inside row. Told you we wouldn't be able to go more than 4 laps without a caution. Inside row. 1 spot away from where we started. Still quite a bit away from where I want to be. 4 or 5 spots from that, but laps left. If wrecks happen, that we can avoid them. It's possible to pick up a few spots. I think I'm faster than the 13. Seems like we were holding our own on the 13 on the outside, and if that's you know, run on the outside line, being at a disadvantage, I don't know. I think we're faster. We'll just see if the 13 stalls out or not, if the outside line's going to go. Haven't really gotten to see much of the 16 or the 16 on the outside. I think we're faster than the 12 too. Don't know anything about the 3 yet. 18 probably fairly even with, so let's see what we can do. A little bit of a check up there. Only 1 car behind. It's just the 15, so nothing to worry about there. Try to work by the 16 on the inside. If the 13 opens up the bottom lane again, try to get by him, unless we got the pace. He's pulling away for a little bit, but I feel like if we get into a bit of a run, we should have more. There's contact. Another wreck, so there should be another spot there with the 2. That was the leader. Now we've got... I don't even know what's going on there between the 18 and the... I don't know what just happened there. 18 got turned around.
16. We're under caution. Pits are closed.
Guys are just every which way right now. Every which way. We can't get more than 3 laps in, and cars are just everywhere, so... I would expect that we were up 2 spots because of the cars. That's what it looks like, so up to 11th, so... Now ahead of where we started the race, where I started the race, and probably 2 spots, maybe 3 spots away from where I was before having the issue with the 10, a little bit before halfway. Looks like we'll probably get 1 shot at a restart. Probably have something like 4 or 5 to go. So I think the 1 disconnected? 3 disconnected. Okay. 2 car, excuse me, was the one that was spun. He was the leader, so probably going to give up 1 spot there. He'll probably work his way back up through the field past us. Even if we were to fall at the very back of the lead pack. 14th is the lowest we can go, thankfully, so should at least be able to finish at our car number. But would love to try to pick up a couple spots if I can get by the 16 on the restart and then have the 2 go by. That at least would keep me in 11th. Again, this race is not going to be very good for the safety rating since we're at 12x. So trying to just salvage iRating and at least get something positive out of it. Did not realize this was going to be this bad of a wreckfest. If I knew it was going to be this bad, I would not have even bothered
Pits are open.
running this and or filming this for you guys, because this has been a pretty bad race. Not fun at all. Not enjoyable.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed.
We'll be restarting on 57, so we'll have 4 to go. So yeah, hopefully we can finish the race under green, although I'm not very confident with it being probably the last restart. The guys aren't going to go spastic and just run into each other, so if a wreck happens in front, hopefully we can avoid it like almost all of them have that we've been able to. And if I can do that, maybe I can gain a spot or 2 and try to squeak away with the 9th.
Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Getting the 1 to go this time. Same deal. Restarting behind the 13. Just now a row up from where we were the last restart. Just gotta keep a very vigilant eye out for anything that happens, and we're already getting contact from the cars behind, so I got a feeling the 2 will not be afraid of dumping us at all, especially with him originally being the leader. He's probably going to be pretty angry. Another bad restart. Trying to hang back. There goes the 2. There goes the wreck up front that we expected. I get turned trying to avoid it, but at least able to keep it going. 17 just got wrecked.
We're under caution. It's closed. Pace car's out. Line up single file behind car
I
number
don't
11.
know what's going on. This is just absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm so ashamed that you guys are even going to see this. So bad. Somehow out of that we managed to pick up a spot and be in 10th.
Pits are open.
It's just where we're going to finish, because we are going to finish under caution, because that restart was terrible. I don't know who spun tires or who did what, but they did not go. I kind of had to lay back. The 2 drove way to the inside. 2 makes it all the way up to 7th out of that. Lucky him, picking up 6 spots off of that issue. I get another 4x out of just trying to avoid a wreck and getting turned by somebody. I don't think I cut down on somebody, but I guess we'll go back and take a look at everything and see what happened. Yeah, just wow. Not good at all. Nothing good about that. This guy is driving way over their head, nobody knowing how to restart, nobody knowing how to kind of try to check up for it. The number of cars I've seen turned under caution has been crazy. And, yeah. So, 10th place is where we're going to bring it home. Hopefully that will be enough to break even an iRating, maybe gain a tiny amount. Safety rating's just gonna be obliterated. Hopefully it doesn't get us demoted below an A license, but if it does, then I'll just do my best to run some other series that I think can be clean. Would guess C-Class Fixed Trucks at Michigan's probably should be one of those that I could do to build up some safety rating, get back up to an A license if we do manage to get demoted. A lot of incidents to review here. Lots of incidents to review. But at least able to get a top 10 out of it and move our way up from where we started. Somewhat recover decently from having the wreck. Can park it now. Jump out. So let's take a look at this and see what happens. Because this is where it's going to get good to start. So we had the two making contact on the backstretch there. I don't even know what. Let's go look at that from the leader's perspective. I don't even know what happened there. Because the leader's the 1 and somehow the 4 ends up way out. So let's watch this again. 4's already ahead. Not sure what the 4's doing there. He goes. 1 just doesn't go, I think, to try to get the black flag on the 4. Then he ends up making contact with the 4. 4's coming down the track. The 1, rather than going down to below completely to avoid it, just drives in where he is intending to. You get the wreck there. So let's take a look then from our perspective how that stacks everything up. And then you've got the wreck that happens with the 4. Actually, let's go up to the 18 will be a good spot to watch this. He goes low to avoid it. We get rolling. I think the 13 kind of checked up some to avoid that. He checked up, which is why I had to check up. I actually got into him. I hit the brakes. That's how the 2 got by us. So then out of that, let's see how we get the problem with the 4 and the 17. 17 is restarting 4th on the outside. He's holding to the outside. He gets sent down in front. I think the 7 actually, or the 17 actually gets turned. Let's take a look there. Looks like the 5 might have gotten the 17. Yeah, he checks up and the 5 just gets right into him. That sends the 5 around. And you've got this 3-card wad here of the 2, the 12, and the 13 all together, which is what I was trying to avoid. So let's watch this again from my perspective and see what happens. Make contact with the 13, bail out, watch the 3 wide, see the wreck, slam on it, and did we actually get any contact with the 10, or was that all netcode? Nope, that looks like that was netcode. So netcode gets us 4x and gets us spun around. Awesome. Awesome. Let's go back and take a look at everything else that happened. Let's see here. I think there might have been contact here with the 6. Yeah, if there was any contact there. I wasn't aware of it. Okay, so this is the spot where I came off the wall. Okay. So I'm gonna turn that, actually put that on the 6 for just coming up, like, because if you watch, there's the white line to signify that lane. And in relation to that in the wall, I'm actually holding a pretty steady line, and the 6 just gets up into us. That gets us loose, gets us back into the 6 there. So I don't really know what else I could have done differently there. I'm gonna caution after that. Let's see on the next restart if there was anything. I don't remember on this restart if we had any problems. And I was trying to run the inside of the 10 and the 16. 10 was just driving in super aggressive. Don't think there was anything there. Watch this one, see if there's anything. This is the one when I was trying to catch up to the back of the pack. Alright. So what happened here with the 15? Nothing. Okay. And we might have got contact with the 10. Alright, so that was when I saw him go high. Don't feel bad for that. Here's the incident with the 10. Let's see what happens here. That one also looks like a bit of netcode. We end up making contact there. No, I just drive through him somehow? Okay. That looked like netcode. I probably should have backed out and not taken the lane. That probably would have avoided the netcode, although I don't know. Bit of netcode, bit of racing deal there. Hard to say what happened there. Let's see, I think this was the next one. See if anything happens on this one of note. Not really, just saw the 10 checkup for the wreck that was happening, and he gets plowed into by the 11. That was one where I really had to jam on it and avoid everything. So yeah, I think that's about most of them. Let's take a look at the results, see how that went. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty rough race overall, but not a ton I could do there. Top split 2709. Overall, not super strong for me. Again, not bad. I don't know. We were almost 5/10 off fastest lap. Although I feel like I never really got a chance to run very quick. Maybe we could have been able to get down into the sevens, which would have only put us about 3/10. Hard to say. Managed to gain 34 in iRating, least up to 2241. Did take a massive safety rating hit down 34, but you can see lowest car escaped that with 8 incident points. Pretty rough. Pretty rough when you've got all but 2 cars out of 18 in double digits, and 9 cars were actually worse than us. So half the field was actually worse than us. Yeah, I guess that just was that bad of a race with contact and everything. I mean, I feel like some of them were, maybe a couple of it was avoidable, but overall, I think a lot of it I was just kind of in the wrong spot, really. A lot of netcode happening. So hopefully you guys enjoyed something out of that. Sorry that was so bad. And try to find some more to run, try to pick up some pace, see if I can be a little bit faster, contend a little more, and hopefully get you guys a better race. So hopefully I didn't lose anybody out of this one. Feel free to leave your feedback on every wreck I looked at afterwards, see what you think could have been done differently or if I did anything wrong there. Remember to like and subscribe. Hopefully get some cleaner races in after this and something a little more enjoyable to watch. So until the next one, hopefully all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.